Anybody know what's the Ferrari Effect? So if you study advertising, Ferrari Effect means that you invest in the toddlers once they are born, which is why Ferrari was the first to come up with toy cars before Hot Wheels. And they came out with toy cars so that kids will start playing with them, and by the time they grow up, they want to buy a Ferrari. So they invest way before, 30 years in advance. So we came up with, of course, a lot of different channels because we also want to invest in the next gen. We want to invest in the Chinese audience. We want to invest in shorter form content that we can cater to the young, so that once they watch it, it gets into their mind. By the time they grow up, maybe 10 years later, they'll remember PLB and they want to buy. It's a very long game approach, but they are not immediate buyers. We will kill ourselves if we only do short form and not long form. Why? Because we will not have immediate buyers. So one thing we need everybody to know is that a lot of the buyers are still on Facebook. The people in their 40s, 50s, they don't even have an IG account. And these are the actual buyers. If we forget to post or we forget to run ads on Facebook, technically we are losing out this audience. So sometimes, I talk about the fact that we as creators and we as salespeople, we cannot be biased about our own preference. I always told the salespeople, I always told our consultants, I said that if you are not staying in a HDB, let's say you are staying with your parents, you're not staying in a HDB, this should not form a bias that you cannot serve HDB clients. Or let's say if you're not staying in a condo, you're staying in a HDB, it shouldn't form an inferior bias that you cannot help people to buy condo. You should really help them based on your knowledge and skills and not based on what you own. Because if you use what you have as a form of barrier, then it becomes like a bias already. So, okay, if you want to decide if this method works for you as a realtor, very easy. See if these people have actual customers or not. That means, does this content translate into real people that will engage them to sell homes? And because there are two types of customers, you can attract buyers, but if you cannot attract sellers, you're dead because you got nothing to sell. Once you finish selling your properties, you're dead already. The main part of the business is in the sellers.